Yeah. So, like the name itself suggests, Kaamada Ekadashi. Kamaha is desires that are there. This Ekadashi is totally dedicated to the worship of Lord Vishnu, who is worshipped here. So, that Lord who grants all our desires, who fulfills our wishes, that's the significance of this Ekadashi. Like I told you, it comes in the Chaitra Masam Shukla Paksham. Now, the legend or the story behind this Ekadashi, as told by in the Padma Purana, Bhagavan Krishna narrates the story to Yudhishthira, saying that there was a young couple who was there, and they were actually Gandharvas. Both these, the couple who was there, Lalit and Lalita, that's how were their names, and both of them, they were actually young couples, and they had a curse, it seems, and in order to get out of that curse, this Ekadashi Vratam was being followed by both these couples who were there. Now, further, it is also said that the wife of Lalit, she was the one who had actually performed this Ekadashi Vratam. So, what is the detailed story? In fact, Krishna had told this to Yudhishthira. Even Vasishtha had also told this to Dilipa Maharaja. Dilipa Maharaja, one of the ancestors of Bhagavan Rama. That's how the significance of this Ekadashi goes in. It is said that Vasishtha very beautifully tells Dilipa Maharaja, that this Ekadashi is like a forest fire also. Just as fire consumes everything around, right? You just light a, say, matchstick or so, how fire spreads. Similarly, this Ekadashi will, the significance, or you can say the punyam of this Ekadashi will spread everywhere, and just as fire consumes everything, all our papa karma, the sins that are there, that all will be consumed by this Ekadashi, it seems. So that's how very beautifully Vasishtha describes. Further, he says that there was a king called, there was a place called Ratnapura. There we had a king who was ruling there called Pundarika. Now he was a ruler, and in this kingdom we had a lot of Upadevatas like Kinnaras, Apsaras, Gandharvas. They were all living here, it seems. And amongst the Gandharvas, there was this person called Lalit and his wife Lalita. Both of them were dancers. That is the main role of Gandharvas. And both of them, they were newly married. Both of them were living together very happily. And that's when what happens is, Lalita, that the female Gandharva, she was dancing, it seems, and Lalit was singing. And that's when it seems that Lalit, while he was singing, he was just continuously thinking and looking at his wife only. And in that time, it seems that he got distracted and he did not sing properly. He forgot the notes that were there. And that's how he ended up singing the song very wrongly. And at that time, what happens is, one of the ministers also, or you can say some people also say that there were few nagas also. Like in Upadevatas, you also have few other creatures also who are there, and that's when one of them goes and complains to the king, saying that this person is not singing properly. He is constantly thinking of his wife alone. That's when the king, all of a sudden, he shouted and says that you are lustfully also, or you are very in a wrong manner, you are thinking of a woman instead of thinking of the king also. So therefore I curse you that you will turn into a cannibal. Cannibal is a person, like a man-eating creature also. That's when immediately Lalit, he turned into that demon who was a very, very frightening person, big arms, mouth big and so on. So not at all. Now Gandharvas, Apsaras also have a very beautiful, even the way they look at is something which is very beautiful. But he lost his good form that was there. And that's when what happens is he had to suffer. Seeing her husband suffer this way, Lalita, she was filled with grief, and now she thinks, what should I do? How should I come out of it? And she remembers all those times when she was very happily living with her husband, but now in the jungle she had to live with her demon husband who was there. That's when one fine day what happens is, as Lalita was crying, she comes across a sage. A sage was Shringi. And that's when the Shringi was there. Now all these things, it is believed that it happens in Madhya Bharatam, in the Vindhyachala Parvatam areas. Immediately this Lalita, she goes and meets the sage and tells her whatever has happened. That's when Lalita says that I am the daughter of another great king called Veeradhanva, my name is Lalita, this is how it has happened to my husband, and so on. That's when Shringi, the Muni, says that there is a Ekadashi called Kaamada Ekadashi, which comes in the Shukla Paksham of the Chaitra Masam. Whoever fasts on this day worships Bhagavan Vishnu, all the desires will be fulfilled. That's when Lalita very nicely, she observes this Vratam, and it seems that on the Dwadashi day, Bhagavan Vasudeva, that is Krishna, comes in front of her, and that's how she prays to the Lord that let my husband be freed from this curse. And thus, as soon as she finishes speaking, her husband over there, Lalit, he gets back to his original form, and that's when both of them, with the power and glory of this Ekadashi, they could come out of this curse. And that's when both the Gandharva couple from the kingdom of Pundarika, they ascend to heaven, Swargalokam, which is their original abode. So thus Bhagavan Krishna, Vasishta, they continue to speak of this glory, saying that whoever even listens to this story, they will definitely obtain the grace of Kaamada Ekadashi. And thus he says that this is a very, very powerful Ekadashi which everyone should follow. Even it can eradicate the sin of even Brahmana Hatya, it seems, and also demonic forms like this Gandharva had got, all that also will be free. So thus on this day, Bhagavan Vishnu especially worshipped. You have the Ashtakshara Mantram Pranavam and Namo Narayana. Then you also have the Dwadashakshari Mantram Pranavam Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, which is being chanted. Lamps are being lit all around. This year you also have the Ram Navami that falls on this day. So this is the significance of this Ekadashi. Ram Navami festival comes around this time. So usually this Ekadashi will come around Ram Navami only. So this is the significance of this Kaamada Ekadashi.